Welcome to the IC Content Studio here in Hall 6 of IC 23 in Barcelona. Our topic today is vertical production. We're not talking about different industry verticals, but we're talking about production for social media.
We're also not talking about virtual production, it's vertical production.
Vertical production, exactly. And our guest here is Miguel Mur from Media Pro International Events Operation Manager. Miguel, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for your...
Miguel, you have done a fantastic thing. You have produced a La Liga football game for TikTok. What was it all about?
First of all, we are a service provider. So we aim to be at the forefront of the technicalities, not because the technicalities as themselves, but because we can produce more efficiently and better, and we can get a better product. And on a second path and on a complementary one, we are, as Group Media Pro and also with La Liga, we are content producers. And content producers, we are looking for audiences and where you can find new audiences and a big audience, TikTok.
Yep.
So it's not just about dancing. It's also about sports and TikTok.
Of course. TikTok is not only dancing, it's not only nice videos of animals, etc., etc. We have sports in TikTok. La Liga TikTok profile has 15 million of followers.
Wow!
So which is an interesting amount of people.
And it's also a totally different kind of engagement, right? It's not linear, you're not sitting there and watching, but people interact all the time.
Yes. The TikTok and the social networks allows the public to interact with the match, with the commentators, because the commentators we put in place were different from the TV commentator. And it's a different way of commentating a match, because you have a chat with the public.
With so thousands and thousands of viewers at the same time in the same channel, I assume, right?
On that particular match we did in Spain, we did Real Sociedad against Betis in April 2022. We had more than 500,000 unique spectators.
Wow.
And we had 68,000 comments on the chat. So which is a really important interaction about a match.
Yeah, it's really a completely different way to consume the content. I mean, for us old men, it's like sitting on the sofa and watching a game for 90 minutes.
No.
But this is really engaging with the...
your engagement is with your phone. And you are and the consuming, the spectators are consuming like this, not like this, and also chatting.
Well,
this is a different one.
The kids do it anyway. I mean, during FIFA World Cup, my kids were always on the phone.
Yep.
They were watching the TV somewhere, but they were interacting with their friends and sending messages. So it's exactly what. So, but we're here at the content production studio. Yep. So for us, it's really. So what are the challenges of producing content for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever it is?
The first challenging part is the technicality, because usually the broadcast is 16:9, so it's horizontal. Now we need to turn 90 degrees everything. So we had two options. Or we turned the cameras and we turned all the monitors, which is an option.
Yep,
but
expensive one.
We took advantage of our knowledge on the UHD workflows. Because in the end, UHD, the 16:9 UHD frame is 4 times the HD. So if you film in 16:9 and then you crop the 9:16, in the end you are getting an HD feed in vertical. Obviously, the challenge is how to frame it. But on the technicalities, we took advantage and of the knowledge or of our knowledge, and we didn't change any workflow we have for the production of live sports.
Just software, just turning it on for software.
We took advantage of the complete 16:19, but we frame the main challenge. We had several challenges. The first one, once the technicalities are done, the first challenge is how to frame it. So on the TV directors, on the cameraman side. So they had a viewfinder just for the 916.
Yeah.
So they should understand, sorry, that the frame should be 916, and all the live action should be framed here in the 916.
It's very difficult. You have to follow much faster. Or?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's much faster. You have not this 16:9 angle, but it's quite amazing. This was the first thing. The second thing is how to implement the graphics, because graphics are also 916. So you need to put a lot of information on the screen in a 916, sorry, to complete the information for the viewer, but taking into account that you also have the cameras of the TikTokers
Yeah.
on top of the image,
And
and
the
you
chat.
also need the chat. So you need to be creative in a 916 frame to have an overall look and feel nice for the viewer.
And we're not talking about 55 or 60-inch TV
No.
sets.
No.
We're talking about the displays on mobile phones.
Yeah,
That's really fascinating. So you did it in Spain, you did it in Belgium?
we have produced 2 matches up to date. We did this first match in La Liga in April, and then we took advantage of this experience, and with our partner in Belgium, with 11, we put in place also a different and a separate TV production for TikTok in Belgium. And there in the Belgium market, as it's a bilingual country, usually when we produce our matches, we have 2 different TV channels, the Flemish and the French.
Yeah.
In this case, we did differently, and we did a bilingual footage, a bilingual live for the TikTok, and it was really, really nice. We had almost 1,000 comments on the chat.
In French and Flemish.
Yep.
Wow.
Everything was mixed, which is
It brings life together. It's a nice story, yeah?
it's a nice story, because in the end you have 2 halves of same country in just one match, instead of 2 different TV channels.
So do you think that's the future? Will we see more of this production like TikTok or YouTube Shorts or so? Or?
I think it can be done. Obviously, it depends on the rights market and how the rights evolve on the football. But I think it's as a content producer, not on the technology side, but let's say on the content production, I think there we have a big market there. We have a big audience there, and a different audience, a young audience, that they are aiming to consume football. They do like football, but they need a different production, I think a different approach of how we produce football and how we show football for them, and how we comment football for them. They are digital native, so let's do something different for them. And this way of producing the match can be an option.
So next year when we're here back at ISE, we have to produce our show here also for TikTok,
Why not?
right? Why
Yes.
not? So let's do that next year.
We can put in place these 16:9 cameras, but we can also produce the 916 with a specific cameras, as we did for these matches. We put in place 5 specific cameras just in this, and we took advantage of the other cameras as a replace.
Yeah, Miguel, I think it's so fascinating because this show is about democratizing content production, and really shows you don't need additional hardware, but if you know how to do it, you can use existing feeds and just make the best out of it, which is really fascinating.
Yeah.
Miguel Mur, thanks for being here today. It was quite great to see how the world is changing with TikTok and with this YouTube shot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.